Okay, so this is issue 4 of Firestorm. Very, very nice cover. Another one of the cardboardy ones with a particularly nice cover for the other one. There was a Firehawk cover, which I nearly got, and I'm kind of half would have liked to have got that. Anyway, we get a little bit of reminiscing from Firehawk, where basically she talks about how she managed to find Firestorm, and they kind of they didn't think it was going to last, and it turned out that she, his secret identity was they were incompatible, but it tended to work. Meanwhile, she goes and sees Steen, and they talk about Project Superman, which was from Doomsday Clock, and they mention the fact that we've got Will Magnus, we've got Simon Stagg, Niles Calder, and himself. Now, this kind of puts a little bit of a light on why the idea of him making Firestorm kind of fits, but it doesn't give some shining examples, some other stuff. So it turns out, obviously, is that Calder made Doom Patrol, and if you go by the classic, at least the Vertigo version of it, he faked all that. He made sure all the accidents happened to all the people so they could actually become part of the Doom Patrol. Stagg, I suppose, is very, very similar to Metamorpho. Obviously, then we've got Steen with Firestorm, and then we get Will Magnus. Now, Will Magnus always seemed to be, beneficial to the Metal Men. Whether or not, and as far as I know, they're not people's brains transported into the thing. The only thing it's trying to do was always pretty crappy. Was Tin? Was it Tin? Always seemed to be bullied by all the other lot of them, especially the big guy, Led or whatever. So making Steen kind of fit in with these kind of morally bad people kind of works. It just hopefully that doesn't affect Magnus. Anyway, that's what they explain what's going on. And she kind of goes, right, did you have anything to do with my creation? And well, she kind of goes, first of all, that, there was a, what do you expect to happen? Was there not a failsafe to put into the system? So Steam was the failsafe. If he wasn't in the actual, the Matrix, then that was the issue. And the idea that it becomes sentient was something he planned to do, but him being there, the two minds kind of kept it at bay. And then she says, did he have anything to do with her creation? And of course, it turns out he did. So basically, he funded the bombs or the thing that went off in there, kind of stepped back, purely to try and control Firestorm as another character that was similar in powers to her. And of course, she's really pissed off about it. But apparently he has built this machine that can capture the Matrix. As long as he doesn't destroy the machine before it gets there, then it should work. So they get in the car, chuck the thing on it, and off they go back to Bedford. They kind of go, oh, we don't know what's going to happen until we get there. And it turns out Firestorm has made this giant crystal thing that he's sitting in the middle of it. That's it. So, yeah, as I said before, not massively impressed by Steen being part of being a bad guy, as it were. And like I said, even said in the last video, it just reminds me of Calder, and it now is that they all knew this is what they were doing. So it kind of makes even more sense, the idea that that's part of a thing. Yeah, so all in all, again, decent book. And Firestorm's character, like I said before, really, really like. So hopefully it pans out to go. But it's interesting because we're issue 4. Originally it was only go for 6 issues. So I'd really like to know what, how abrupt this would have ended if it was 6 issues rather than 9 apparently it's planned for now. Because we're 4 issues in and it's like, have we stretched all this stuff over? This seems to be still quite nicely paced. We're not rushing stuff, we're not dragging stuff out. So, but yeah, good stuff. In my opinion, even with Deathstroke, I still think this is the best all-in book that I've read so far. So there you go. Anyway, that's enough rambling for now. So thanks for listening, and hopefully I'll see you on another video very soon. Bye-bye.